Hello everyone and welcome back to Coin Doctor. Today let's talk about Roman coin mint marks on bronze coins. To introduce you guys in this video, I'll be showing a bunch of coins from my own collection. So I will start with some coins of Constantine II, which have the clearest mint marks in my collection. Usually your mint mark is going to be featured on the reverse of the coin. This particular reverse has the camp gate on it, but right here we have RT. I will talk about what the T means later in the video. The R means the mint of Rome, and there are a few dozen mints that are featured on the reverse. And it depends, so usually you have mint workshops which can be featured on the sides of the coins flan. You can also have the workshops be featured right next to the mint. Here's another coin of Constantius II. On the reverse is a different figure, it is Sol. This was also minted in Rome because we see the RP. Remember, last one was RT. I'll talk about what the P means now. R is, of course, for the Roma mint. They called it Roma back then. P stands for pecunia, so you'd have different letters featured on the reverse. So you'd have M for moneta, P for pecunia. The simplest way I can put it is they're just saying that this is money. They didn't have denominations back then, and there were different marks per denominations, like dots. You'd have stars, or if the coin was silvered, you'd have dots if the coin was not silvered. You'd have a radiate crown if the coin was a Antoninianus, or if it was a Depondius, different marks depending on the denomination. This is very similar to that, but these are still very debatable on why they were included on the coin. If anyone does have any more information, feel free to put that down in the description below. So like I said with the last coin, it is debatable on whether the letters at the bottom are for the Avicina facility, or if they're marking, like you had Precernia, you had Moneta, you had those figures, or I mean they could also just be a denomination marker. Here's one that was minted by Constantius II, not Constantine. It's a really nice phallus. Clean this one up myself. On the reverse, we have the deity Carthago, the symbol of Carthage. So this coin was minted in Carthage. We have the gamma right here on the bottom. And what does the gamma stand for? You might say Carthage, and that is half right, because that is the Officinae facility, which was a mint workshop. So the mints had to supply coins for the hundreds of millions of people in the Roman Empire, and one mint couldn't do all of it. Sure, they did have dozens of mints, but we had millions of people in each region the mint was creating. One press could only pump out a few thousand coins a day, so we would have dozens of mint facilities pumping out these coins. Some are very crude, some are very well struck. It probably depends on how tired the mint worker was, so the ones that are nicely struck were struck at the beginning of the day. The ones that are not nice struck were struck at the end of the day. As simple as that. But we're going to have the gamma right here for, I believe it is the 5th Officina facility, because they followed the Greek letters. But I don't know my Greek letters that well, and that's probably wrong. So please correct me in the comments. So this isn't a bronze coin, it's a silique, which is a smaller silver denomination. This one has a wacky mint mark on it. It was minted by Valens around 364 AD. It was minted in Constantinople. We know this because of the star and the C. Remember I told you how they had dots depending on the denomination, so that's why I believe that dot is there. Then we have the delta, and that's going to be the Officina facility that we talked about before. So I'm probably wrong on this. Again, I don't know my Greek letters that well, so I'm guessing 4th Officina facility. Because I believe it's alpha, beta, gamma, delta, right? So that'll be the 4th. So the previous one's going to be the 3rd instead of the 5th. Again, that's a crazy way to think, but Constantinople, 4th Officina facility, believe that is correct. So let's do a Byzantine, and these are a lot cruder and archaic because they are from the Middle Ages. Simple as that, it's going to be CON for Constantinople. Pretty self-explanatory. Officina mark right there, same as the Carthage mark, we have the delta, or the gamma actually, not the delta. 2 crosses, those are meaningless, just a symbol of Jesus. You're going to have Anno right here, it's a little faded out. Nothing very significant on these all verses. Crude portrait and legend is all we're going to have, so I actually love Byzantine bronzes because they're so easy to look at. So I hope by now you have a pretty good concept of Roman mint marks. This one is ALE. What do you think that's going to be? ALE stands for Alexandria, the Alexandria Mint. We have the control marks, or we have the Avicina facilities right here. So like I said before, on the first coin actually, they're going to be side to side. This coin was actually double struck. If you look at the mint mark, you see a little bit of doubling. This one was made by Galerius. This is a little cruder style. It is a silvered phallus, so we're gonna have that dot right there because it's silvered. Ones that used to be silvered will also have those dots. I don't know if that's correct. I see that trend a lot though on silvered coins. This coin has the S and the T, and moneta is the figure. Some are moneta, money. That's where we get our derivative money for. This coin, again, ST, we got to figure out which one is the imposter, basically. Which one's going to be the facility, which one's going to be the actual mint. You'd immediately go with the S, but S is actually the facility or the control mark. Usually it'll be the facility, sometimes it'll be just a marker. In this case, I believe this is a marker and not a facility. Then we have T. So there's a few things that start with T that are Roman mints. This one, RIC said it is minted in Ticinum, which is a little lesser known mint, but one that's good to remember. If you get a lot of experience with this, you'll be able to decide which are, there's different styles. Like Antioch has a very, very different style than coins minted in Rome, and you can usually tell right off the bat. Same thing with Greek coins, but I won't go into Greek coins in this video. I hope you got a good grasp of Roman coinage from this video. This wasn't by all means making you a master at mint marks, just to get you familiar if you are not already familiar with these, because they're really, really fun, and they're really fun to decipher, figure out where this coin came from. And what's interesting, if you do visit the places these coins are minted, you can bring along the coin with you and try to find the exact spot that it was created, which is actually really fun. I've done that a few times with Rome. There's a place in the Roman Forum where you can go where they transferred all the money and stuff. So great history behind all this, and a very important stuff to know if you want to start collecting ancient coins. I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.